all my bad bitches? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Yazid. I'm back with another exciting video, actually. Today, I'm going to introduce you guys to my dad. I'm scared a little bit because I don't really know how the conversation is going to go. I think the conversation is going to go good. Whether it go good or bad, I think this is a conversation that pretty much needs to be had. Yeah, a conversation that needs to be had in our community, especially in the trans community. I feel like we see a lot of support when it comes to moms being accepting when it comes to their child transitioning or being gay. Not saying that that's right for everyone, because I still see some mothers out there that pretty much have issues with, you know, their child coming out as gay or deciding to transition. But from what I see that of more support in women than men. So I want to get it from my dad's perspective, because me and my dad are pretty much just now rekindling our relationship. We weren't really talking during the process of me coming out as gay or transitioning. He hasn't really been like active in a part of that. Like, he's just now pretty much coming back, and we're just now pretty much rekindling our relationship and building something strong, which I'm so glad that we were able to reach a point where we're able to not necessarily forget the past, but be able to move forward and build a good relationship. It's just good to just have like a good male figure, period. As a gay boy, and now as a woman, his daughter, just being able to have that father to look up to. I feel like having fathers as well as mothers, but more importantly, fathers in a relationship, whether that is with men or women, is extremely important. I feel like with men, it teaches you and helps you grow up to be a great man if you have a great role model. And it also, as a woman or as a daughter or as a girl, is vital into deciding what man, you know, you choose, or how you go about relationships and stuff like that. I kind of just want to have that conversation with him to kind of just see how he felt about everything when everything was pretty much hitting the fan and we weren't really talking, and he was just seeing it as I was putting it out, you know, as a regular viewer. And I never really took into consideration necessarily his feelings and stuff like that, which, granted, no one's feelings matter, to be completely honest, but I really didn't think his mattered, because we didn't really have a relationship. So it was kind of like a thing where I was like, how, like, even if he don't accept, like, how dare he tell me he don't accept it, like, you know, in a way, like, you weren't really here. But it's glad to know that he's accepting. Like I said, we're building a relationship. So I'm gonna ask him some questions, he's gonna ask me some questions, and hopefully this is a good conversation. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, I am so nervous, but I'm about to call him on my laptop. We're pretty much gonna do like WhatsApp, because that's what he likes to do. Like I said, he's so old. Like, we need to get FaceTime. Like, he's still an Android user and everything. Like, we could have did this on FaceTime, but no. So we're gonna do WhatsApp. So I'm about to call him up. Again, I'm so scared. So yeah, let's get to it.
How you doing, Yasmin?
I'm good. What's going on? What you doing?
Well, really, Yasmin, right?
Yes, Yasmin.
Yasmin.
Yeah, you know I haven't changed my name yet, but if I do change it, it's gonna be Yasmin.
Well, I gotta get used to doing so. I'll be calling you that, because I gotta get used to calling you. So if I'm saying it, just get used to it a little bit, because I gotta get used to it.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Okay.
Looking nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, and then at the end, you can ask me questions. Okay?
No problem.
From the beginning, I wanted to know, how did you feel at first watching me come out as gay? First.
At first?
Mm-hmm.
At first, like, it's really, like, my little sister had your videos up. I really, like I said, Kid was watching your videos. I really wasn't watching them at first. So then I started watching some of them, and I said to myself, like, oh, wow, okay. So at first, I didn't understand it, right? At first. So I'm still looking at it. Sometimes I was like, you know what? I'm just not watching no more. So what I did was, I watched some skits. Sometimes I'll be at work, I watch some skits. Sometimes I would just stop watching. So basically, like I said, I didn't understand it, but I had to accept it and support you. Okay? So I never was like, I'm not messing with at the time, my son like that, because he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, oh, it's crazy I feel like this. Honestly, I was like, okay, he doing this, but don't he know how it is to feel some pussy, suck some titties, eat some pussy, anything that a male would do, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And how a dick inside somebody pounding a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I was thinking at first. But I had to actually realize, okay, my son at the time is transferring and actually transmitting himself, transitioning into a woman. So I had to get that into my mindset. I had to pray on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had to really pray on that and just accept what it is. You know, I cannot stop loving you for what you decide to do. Because once you get to a certain age, you have no control of what your kids do. All you can do is pray for them when they leave your home. Make sure they're doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. Make sure they treat people right. But what you decide to do, you, your brother, what y'all decide to do, Sade, Tamia, Shamir, once y'all, even Trayshawn, once y'all decide to leave the household, we have, as parents, we really have no control of what y'all do outside. We really don't. So basically, I just wanted to let you know, as a father, I just want to let you know I do love you and I support you, because a lot of fathers don't support this decision that you're doing. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of fathers are like, man, I'm not fucking with my kid like that. They neglect them like that. They don't even speak to them no more. You know, but I'm not that type of father.
Right.
I'm going to support you no matter what you do. You're doing the right thing. You're educated. You treat people the way you want to be treated. And you got, you're on your own. You're doing things on your own. You're very educated. You got your own spot. How can you not support you? And how can you not love a kid that's doing that?
Right.
And the most important thing I want to let you know, you don't hide it. Mm-hmm. You don't hide it. You let people know exactly what's going on. And a lot of people that's doing the situation, transitioning or being gay, they always hide it instead of being truthful. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's what I see in you, and that's what I love that you're doing.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Did you feel embarrassed? Like, what was your first reaction when you did see it though? Like, because I know it probably took some time to like.
I never felt embarrassed.
Okay.
Never felt embarrassed. I was like, I just didn't understand what was the reason. Honestly, I didn't know what was the reason why. Mm-hmm. And when you asked me them type of questions and waiting for that time to come, I just didn't understand it. Why? Basically, that's why I didn't understand why. That's my whole concept was, why are you doing this? What is the reason? Why are you doing that? Mm-hmm. I just didn't understand it. That's the whole thing. Just didn't understand. There's nothing more to really say about you transitioning. I just didn't understand it.
So it wasn't necessarily like you were embarrassed. You just wanted to be educated, basically. Like, okay, how did you come to this? What, take me on that journey.
Like I said, my little sister was showing me and kids some videos of it before. And honestly, I was just waiting for Steve, you're going to come out and tell me. Mm-hmm. You know, but at that time, the relationship wasn't the way it's supposed to be. Maybe that's the reason why our relationship was. And maybe that was the reason why you held back of telling me. But I still was waiting for you to tell me. I said, I guess one day he would tell me. But like I said, I've seen it. So I'm okay, he doing this, he doing that. So when it came down to just being gay, I thought, okay, he's been gay. And now when it came down to the transition, that's like, okay, wow, he's doing that. So he want to just be a total woman. So that means he gonna have breasts, penis, right? Shit, that go off, right? So I'm like, do he know what he's missing? Do you know what he's missing from a male prospect of having sex with a woman? Mm-hmm. We know what he's missing. So knowing you from you was a little kid, you always been bright. Mm-hmm. You always know what you wanted. You always had your own mind. So I'm pretty sure, and I'm saying to myself, so you decide to do that transition. I know that you looked into it, you did your research. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I know your mom's was probably scared of you doing that. You know what I'm saying? So,
she was.
And your brother, Ibn, I honestly, I want to know how he felt about it.
I do too. I think I wanna sit down and talk to him one day and like because I mean from the jump he seemed supportive, but I really want to know like how he really did feel. Like of course in a way he wanted to be there to protect me and be like a supportive brother, but I really want to know like okay what was going through your head when everything had happened. Mom was definitely scared though. I think she's more so scared of like safety more than anything. But I always told her like I would rather get hurt because at the end of the day I know how to stick up for myself, but and defend myself. But at the end of the day, I mean, even though you know how to do that, I mean, you still could get caught up or whatever the case may be, and something could happen to you. But I always told her that I would rather go out being happy and living in my truth and feeling like I'm living doing what I want to do than to like secretly or pass or something like that or die not being who I wanted to be, being unhappy at the end of the day.
But see what it is as a parent, and I understand where your mother coming from. This world is so evil, so evil out here, especially what you doing, and not just you, all the gays, all the people who also transition. People look at y'all so different, don't understand that y'all human beings. You're human beings, first of all. If you decide to do what you want to do, it's your life. You decide what you want to do, you do what you want to do. It's your life. But there's so many evil people, and I think that was your mother probably mindset of your safety. Because she know how evil people are out here. And they actually just look at y'all differently.
Yeah. So
differently, and I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair for if any could be the male or the female decide to do whatever they decide to do, just because us as parents might not like it, it's still our kids that you still have to love them because they definitely need that support and love because definitely they're not going to get it out there majority of the times unless it's dealing with the same gender or the same gay. That's the only way you're going to get the love. But you don't want the love from outside. You want it from inside.
Right.
It's already hard enough for y'all to go through this anyway, but that's what y'all decide to do. You know what I mean? It's what y'all decide to do. So you, as the parent, might not accept it, but you have to love you. You have to love y'all no matter what it is. And I was just letting you know when I was like, not telling me. I just wish you just come out and tell me because I'm not going to have no different thought of you or like I'm not going to look at you different. It's like when we came down to Atlanta, me, Kira, and Sade and all of us came down there. I was just so happy to see you. I didn't care how you looked when we went out. That's why I was trying to tell you before. You come out the way you want to come out. But as a parent, you're still going to respect me. But I didn't care. Honestly, I had a good time. I had a great time spending time with you and your brother, Gianna, and Jordan. And it was just a good vibe. And just seeing you, because I haven't seen you in so long, and the vibe that we have, because we haven't, like I said, we haven't talked in a while. And now our bond is the way it is, and it will never be broken no more. You had a big part of that. And for us, our relationship between me and your brother, that bond will never be broken ever. And I'm looking at you now, and you're growing titties and shit.
I told you they're
wow.
growing.
I'm looking, I'm like, he got titties now. Now, well, not he, she got titties.
Yeah, they're getting big.
And look at you, why are you holding it? You don't gotta hold it press them and shit. You don't gotta hold your titties.
No, they're getting big.
They're getting big.
They're getting big.
And honestly, it's just the point of honestly reaching out to your subscribers and just hopefully that people like you transitioning as fathers or mothers, I just think, speaking for myself, people need to support y'all as much as possible because y'all need the support. Especially you're doing the right thing. You're not lying to people. You're telling them exactly what's going on. And there's a lot of guys that actually straight, but they still looking to, they be interested in.
Right.
They be straight, and people don't realize these guys be out here, they be married.
Those straight dudes that like trans women, they don't even consider themselves to necessarily be gay because they view you as a woman. Some people view it differently, and I can see both sides, but some people, some straight men, they don't even like to be called like, oh, that they're gay or something like that, because they feel as if, hey, you present yourself as a woman. I'm attracted to women. How does that make me gay?
Well, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about this whole situation? How in your heart, how do you feel about? I'm pretty sure you feel okay, but I never asked you that, so I'm asking you now. How do you feel of? Okay, first of all, you was gay, right? You said, so, you came out and said gay. Now you want to transition. How do you feel about doing this?
I feel like, to be honest with you, since I was young, since I was a child, I honestly felt like I was a woman in a way, or I was a girl, believe it or not. When it came to relationships, it was kind of like I always wanted to be the girl in the relationship. I always wanted to be treated like the girl, and be treated a little bit more softer. And I used to hate when people used to kind of like be like, oh, you're a boy, do this, da da da, because I never felt like a boy. I don't know. It's like, it just feels like I'm finally living in my true self. I'm happier. I'm more comfortable. I just feel like I'm finally who I am supposed to be. I feel like a weight has lifted off my shoulders. I could be who I want to be, live the life that I wanted to live. I mean, of course, I still have those worries and things of that nature of, protection or whatever the case may be. But I feel like even if you're not transitioning, I feel like those things are still out there at the end of the day.
Right.
But like you said, I mean, people are evil and they probably will target us. But again, it still leads back to that point of I'd rather die being myself than hiding and being someone that I'm not genuinely, that I'm just not, period.
When you was younger, when I was around, we used to be in the car and, I'm taking your brother to practice or whatever it was, taking him into practice, stuff like that. And, we're in the car, the music playing, you singing Evelyn Champagne, Love Come Down. I'm like, why are you singing this shit? This is women shit. Why do you fucking keep singing this damn song? And I said, okay, he's been around his mother so much, but maybe his mother influenced him to these type of songs. It was just, every time I hear a song come on, it's always a woman you singing, right? So I said, okay, maybe just going through things. I said, because you never really asked about playing sports. You know what I'm saying? Even was, playing, but I was waiting for you. I say, well, maybe he'll come out and say, Dad, I want to play basketball, whatever the fuck kind of sport it was, any type of sport. You never came out and said you want to play sports. So I'm waiting for you to say, okay, well, Dad, I want to do what my brother doing. Could we do this? Could we do that? You never did. So I said, okay, maybe he's going through something. I said, okay, so I never really pressed it. I said, okay, he's going to find his own way. And then, moving down to Atlanta, and then that's when I started seeing other stuff. Like I said, I peeped into YouTube. I said, okay, he's going that way. Okay. And sometimes I was waiting for you to actually come to me and say, Dad, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Basically, that was it. I was waiting for you to see if you're going to come to me and tell me about the situation. I don't know, you felt I was going to look at you different?
I did.
Did you think that?
I did. And that was like a thing, because it was like, even though our relationship wasn't as strong then, I still valued your like opinion and how it would eventually affect our relationship. Like, it always got to a point where it's like, should I tell him? Should I not? Should I tell him? Should I tell him? So yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't, because I didn't want it. I didn't know how he was gonna react.
It's crazy because, like I said, Shonda and Kia would look at the videos, right? She'd say, well, Tim, you see this about Yadi's and like that. Even though she always supported, always supported, but I said, I want to see this. I didn't want to see it because I didn't understand it. So I didn't really want to see it. And she'd look at it sometimes and, she'd keep me updated on what was going on, and I was like, okay, well, it is what it is. And then what I did, I had to pray on it. I prayed so hard on it. And I said to myself, not saying that I wouldn't I ain't fucking with my son no more at the time, fucking with him. He on that bullshit. I was never on that level. I had to talk to God about it. And he actually told me, that's your son at the time. If you want to do that, that's him. So that's what I have to really pray on. I prayed on it so hard. And that's my outcome. I have to support it. I have to support whatever my son doing. No matter it's you, Ibn, now my granddaughter Gianna, whatever, all my kids, I got to support whatever y'all do. And all of y'all doing well.
Right.
All y'all doing well. With all this temptation out here, y'all all doing well.
I always wonder, because it's like, I don't know, from how it looks sometimes, it seems like when it comes to fathers, it's like, okay, my daughter, she could like other girls, or sometimes they pray for it. Like, I hope she's into basketball and she'll probably like a girl, so we ain't got to worry about kids, this, that, and the other. But the worst thing for, to happen to them is like, oh, but don't let my son be gay. Why do you feel as if a man feels like the worst thing that could happen to them is their son being gay or transitioning?
Because it's a father. It's a father, and all fathers wish their son was, I guess, a little more like them. Or, but some fathers could be gay also. But it's just a father instinct will want a son to do boy things, son things. That's just basically what a father will want from their son. Doing boys, young men things. Not, I'm pretty sure a lot of men wouldn't want their son to be a woman. Mm-hmm. That's basically what I feel as fathers, not just me, as a lot of fathers will want them son, they boys to do.
Yeah.
They don't want them to do no girl things.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Honestly, I wish I had the opportunity to do that with you. Even though you transition, I still would wanted to do boy things with you. Yes, I did wanted to. Even though you still want to be who you was going to be, but I did wanted to do boy things with you. Yes, I definitely did. Not just with your brother. I did wanted to do baseball, basketball, football, whatever it was, with you. Honestly, we never got the chance to do father and son things at that age because, we got moved and situations didn't allow it to happen. Mm-hmm. But when it was there, I wish I had the opportunity to do it with you. But I did want to, throw the ball with you a little bit, wrestle with you and stuff like that. Do your push-ups,
And the crazy thing is I actually tried to do track, I tried to do basketball, and I never made it past conditioning. Like, it just was not for me. I hated it. I was just like, I don't want to do this. I want to go play with some makeup.
The makeup. Because a little bit I used to look at you, with the little rings on your hand, your head and stuff like that. But I just ignored it. I'm like, I ain't even thinking like that. And I ignored the signs because I just wasn't trying to hear it at the time. I think that's what it was. I wasn't trying to hear it. So I ignored it. Mm-hmm. I can be honest with you, I ignored it. I seen it, with the singing, the songs. I was like, he'll come out of it. Maybe, because he's been around his mother, so he listens to this music and stuff. So I ignored the signs. But as a parent, you see certain signs of little issues. Okay, what the fuck is going on with this shit now? This shit it don't look right here. But, as a parent, you try to ignore it. And that's one thing about now, parents should not ignore the signs. Pay attention to what your kid's going through. Sometimes these parents let these kids just go out and do whatever and ignore the signs, or not just being gay or transition, just signs, period. Pay attention to what your kid's doing because you never know what's going on with the kids. You never know. Just pay attention. Not saying what you're doing is wrong, no. I'm just saying just start paying attention because the signs be there. We tend to ignore them, but we tend not to face reality.
Right.
Basically. A lot of parents, man, they put too much pressure on the kid because they want you to be what they want you to be. It's not dang how life is. Whether we agree with it or not. When you want to transition, you want to be gay, when you want to stay your ass in the house, or whatever the fuck you want. You don't want to go to school. It's your life. You make that decision, live with your decision. Now, my question is also to you on the health side of the transitioning, the medicine. What do you have to do to obtain the transition?
Every day I have to take estradiol, which is basically estrogen, and I have to take spironolactone, which is pretty much a testosterone blocker, and I have to take that pretty much every day.
So is it once a day, twice a day, or just once a day?
It's once a day. So I'm on like 10 milligrams of estradiol. So every day I'm getting 10 milligrams pumped into me, and I'm on 200 milligrams of testosterone blockers because my testosterone was strong as hell.
Now that's forever?
Pretty much. It would be forever.
Yes? Mm-hmm. Ooh. So what if you miss a day?
If you miss a day, well, normally what I do is if I miss a day, I just go ahead and I pretty much just double it up.
Double it up? Mm-hmm. That's pretty expensive, right?
No, it's actually covered by insurance.
Oh. Oh, is this from your job insurance?
No, I'm still on my mom's insurance, medical insurance right now.
Okay.
But pretty much no matter what insurance you have, it's most of the time it's
pretty
covered.
much okay. Wow. So you have to do that every single day just to keep it up. So that changes your hormones and everything also, right? If you don't, so I'm trying to understand what you got to go through. That's also another resource. You know, you have to go through a lot to obtain.
And it's a lot of emotional changes, mental changes. Like you really, like your body changes, everything changes. It's crazy. It's interesting, but it's so crazy. Like how just taking those pills just literally change everything about you, the way you think, your thought process, how you look, your weight, what you eat, everything.
And I was just saying, I remember last time we talked before with your brothers and sisters, with Sade, your brother Ibn, Tamir, Trey, Shamir, even Gianna. I believe they will support you no matter what. Your brothers and sisters support you, and they don't. Honestly, they think it's Sade and all of them. They think it's they be like, oh, she looks so nice though. They be looking at you like, shit, what can you do with my makeup? They be want you to do their stuff. Like Tamir, Sade definitely do. Mm-hmm. It's just so crazy. I'm pretty sure Shamir won't judge you at all. Mm-hmm. Trey don't really understand it because we never really mentioned to all he know right now. You was his brother. Now we got to get him to she's your sister. Mm-hmm. So now I got 3 daughters, 3 boys.
Even split.
Your siblings, they gonna support you. I can just say I'm proud of you so much. I'm so proud of you. With your I'm proud of all y'all. I'm just saying that now. But you just moving into North Carolina, getting adjusted to that type of life. That relocation that you're doing. You're in Raleigh, North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Raleigh, North Carolina. It's like you're happy. Honestly, I'm just more concerned of what you have to go through to obtain it. That's one of my main reasons also of what you have to go through and what you put your body through. And I'm pretty sure you did your research of what you had to do to let you go along with it. And honestly, you have to have a strong mind to go through this.
I don't think people realize like the mental state that you're in. Sometimes I'm dealing with body dysmorphia. My mood swings is up and down. Like 1 minute I'm insecure, the next minute I'm confident. It's a lot of mental and emotional changes. More like outside of the physical, it's a lot of mental and emotional like challenges that you have to go through.
Are you comfortable where you at?
Yeah, I'm definitely comfortable where I'm at. I mean, I do want a couple of, which goes into the healthy, I do want a couple of surgeries. Mm-hmm. But besides that, yes, I am comfortable where I'm at.
When we talk, so you gotta wear a bra.
Yep.
You gotta wear panties. So you getting to the point you're gonna cut your dick off too?
I'm thinking about it.
I didn't even say it like that.
I just haven't made a final decision on it, but I honestly am leaning more towards eventually, which is another thing. I gotta freeze my sperm and all this other stuff so that when I do decide to have kids, that I'm able to have that. Because also while I'm on these pills or whatever, my sperm count is getting low.
I'm happy that you did experience some pussy.
Yes.
I'm happy that because I was saying to myself, okay, but damn, I wish he would experience at least having sex. So you did experience some pussy. You know how I felt, and you didn't like it, I guess, but at least you experienced it.
No, I liked it. It's just girls just isn't for me. Like, it was a good experience. It felt good. I mean, it felt good.
You put it down, right? That's all. You put it down.
At the end of the day, yes.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna let you know if you put it down, and you would know if you put it down or not. At least you represent it for me. You didn't know pussy nothing though, because you probably know about that.
You said what?
You eat the pussy too?
No, I didn't eat her out.
I always wanted to know did you experience it, so I got my answer.
And I'm still kind of into girls in a way. I just don't see myself eventually being with one, but I'm still. I like to have fun, Dad.
Mm-hmm. I know you got that type of demeanor. Being around you, you just your vibe, And a lot of people say that about me too. Mm-hmm. Being around me is just the vibe. You cannot. How can you not like you. You know, so if somebody don't like you, because somebody did something to you.
Right.
You know, and I know how you are. Fuck this bitch. I don't give a fuck. You know, your attitude is like that. You get them ways. You know, you're like, you know, fuck, because you know that's your attitude. You know, you really don't care at times. But the main people that you care about that matters to you, their opinion is your loved ones, your moms, your brother, Jordan, your aunt, actually your nieces. And your siblings, they're the ones that you really, your close friends. And to be honest with you, Yasmin, what you're going through, you would know who your true friends are and family. Because what you're going through, you would know. If they're your friends, you would know.
Yeah, it helps me separate like genuine, you know, love and support. Then, you know, I guess like the fake stuff, like especially when it comes to relationships. Like, do you really like me? Do you really love me? Want to experience me? I'm at a point where I want to like bring somebody home.
Bring somebody home?
Yeah.
You said bring somebody home? Like you want to actually a relationship?
Yeah, I want a relationship.
Well, you're getting older.
I'm still young. Don't put those 2 years on me.
But I know it's a time now that you want to have a relationship, and it will happen.
Yeah.
But like I said, you're very picky. You know what you want. You're very picky. You're not going to just choose anybody just to be happy. No. All I said, just be true to yourself, Yasmin. They see I'm starting to get to that point calling you Yasmin, so it's coming. It's coming.
Right, so that when I do change my name, it'll be second nature.
It'll be second nature to me.
Right.
Waiting to visit you this summer.
Yeah.
We have a ball and shit like that, and be like, okay, what's up? How you been? What up, bitches? Well, how you be doing it? You know? But the love going to be there for all my kids, man. The support system's so serious. It's so well, and the people need to have God in their life. You have more God in life, a lot of stuff be more different if people have God in their life. But there's so much evil out here. You gotta pray. Pray for people. Pray for the ones who don't wish you bad and everything. You just gotta pray for them. And just keep the right people around you. And also, before we probably make sure, I don't want to forget, just be careful of people who you put, be careful who you put your trust in. I feel like that. Be careful who you put your trust in. Yeah. Everybody not your friends, you know? Yeah. And I got to get used to Yasmin. But the love going to be there no matter what you decided to do. You look nice. You look nice. I can't stress enough. You do put your shit together. You look nice.
Thank you.
So tell them men, but they better treat you right. They better treat you the fuck right.
You already, they got to. When they accept to me, they got to come correct. You know that.
But you want to make sure they do.
Of course.
You see that little inkling that they not doing right, you gonna come and lose anyway.
Right. It's done. It's over with. This was a great conversation.
I enjoyed it. I was looking for this for a long time. Just to make sure, I wanted to get out to your YouTubers or your subscribers to let them know that all fathers is supportive of what their kids doing. I think we all should stop being so hard, thinking we so hard as fathers and neglecting our kids because they're doing something that we don't want them to do, and so we shut them out. And I think we shouldn't do that. I think as fathers or parents, as a mother, to support them. It's like they doing nothing out here, stealing, or they not doing what they're supposed to do. And the ones who not getting the support, they're the ones who doing what they're supposed to do. They finishing school, they working, they doing what they're supposed to do. And just because they not doing what we want them to do, they try to shut them out. Right. And I think that's unfair to the kids because why you want to go outside of your home to get the support when you can get it here? That's what draws kids totally different, and they go to a whole different avenue. Who's going to love you more than the people at your home? Yeah, it's crazy. Some parents would rather have a murderer as a child than them to be gay or transition. It's wild, but it's reality. But man, you talk a lot anyway. Yeah. All the time. We always talking, but we never talked on this level. And I'm glad that it came out that we're talking about this, especially the situation that you're in. I always wanted to talk to you about that. But I always wanted to talk to you, not just me and you on the phone, but talk to your subscribers, your YouTube, whoever. I wanted to be open. That's what I could say. I wanted to be open. I didn't want to be around closed doors or we talking on the phone. I wanted to be open to talk about this, especially this topic. Yeah. This is a very, very important, serious topic, not to just me and you, to the world. Yeah. The world. because you're not the only one going through this. Hoping that these parents see this and just give the love and the support they can for what they're doing. Even though you might not accept it, but it's not for you to accept. You got to go through this. They have to go through this. I just feel though support and show the love.
Now, where could they reach you? Because you DJing and stuff. What if they want to book you?
Oh, my DJ is @ģeimsmith02@gmail.com.
Period. So if y'all looking for, would you travel or are you just New Jersey based?
Hey, it depends on how the money is. I would travel. I'm real local. I don't try to go for the money. I love the music. I do it for fun. It's like a hobby. But I do want to be compensated for what I do. I don't charge like all these DJs be charging like thousands or hundreds of dollars like that. I'm just local. I love it. I think I got a lot better doing what I do. And I'm confident in what I'm doing. But like I said, @ģeimsmith02@gmail.com.
And that's that on that. Now you gotta say bye to my bad bitches.
Bad bitches?
Yep. These are my bad bitches.
Bad bitches?
Yep.
Well, so there's all Yasmin bad bitches out there. Y'all continue doing what you're doing, bad bitches. Y'all being seen. So let's continue doing what you're doing. Bad bitches. Rock the ball.
Period.